everybody, and welcome to Whiskey at Work.
This is another one of your bad ideas.
This is a bad idea because I'm drinking what you paid for. Hello, everybody. That's the first time we've ever done it that way. That was kind of exciting. I want to keep doing it that way from now on. Having the guy behind the camera count it down. Wasn't that cool? Did you not like that? That felt very professional.
Say your thing. Let's
Hi.
go.
Hi, it's
You're
Mark.
Make me drink this.
It's Rob, and it's Whiskey at Work. What time? We're getting to this kind
I
of
know
late
it's
today.
late.
Though, aren't
My
we?
wife's gonna make me. I get to go do trivia later.
Goodness, is it trivia night?
It is trivia
You guys do
night.
it every Tuesday night?
No, we've missed the last couple. Shout out to
why do you-
Cohort though,
Why do you do it on Tuesdays though?
because it's at the brewery.
We have a thing on Tuesdays.
I know, but it's at the brewery that's right down at the bottom of the hill from my house.
Because the brewery
So
is
it's really close.
Got it.
And, Jason has pretty good stuff. Who, turns out, is actually a big Scotch fan, or was back in the day before he got banished from Scotland.
You don't need to keep dropping his name. He's not going to give you free stuff. All right, so you can just
We've
quit.
already talked about it a little bit. I think maybe you might.
You inadvertently are leading us right into this.
Oh, good.
Which, good job, Rob.
And since I've done no prep at all.
Right, exactly. Because I found this interesting a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know about this, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't. I stumbled across this, and I'm like, that's interesting. Oh, look, we have a whiskey that's going to go along with this interesting thing that I discovered. And that interesting thing is...
We'll let you guys be the judge of whether it's interesting or not.
It might be, it might not be, I don't know. It was interesting to me. And as long as it's interesting to me, I get excited.
Everybody.
And then hopefully that comes out. Rob's already had a couple before we started this.
I had one.
Yeah, just one. It was a big one, though. Have you...
Thanks for noticing.
So you are aware of Distiller's beer. That's something that was familiar to you?
Yeah. When I was with Jack Daniels on a tour with Master Distiller Jeff Arnett.
There you go.
By the
Now you're
river
getting to the
that
swing
they
of it.
got
Good
their water
job.
from, and in the cave and whatever. He mentioned on the tour that everything that when they're in the initial process, everything starts out as Distiller's beer.
Okay.
And then they distill it. I mean, it's actually drinkable. Didn't recommend it at the time.
Well, that's what I thought was so cool about it is it is a drinkable product at that point when it's called the Distiller's beer. Like 7 to 10% alcohol, I think.
Might taste better than Coors.
Well,
they're not giving us any
not
money.
Not getting anything from Coors now, all right. Because you may wonder why I have a can of Coors Light that's sitting next to
I wonder.
this bottle of 5 Trail is what it's called. This came out back in September. And what was interesting about it is the company that makes Coors Light is now making whiskey, and this is their first product that came out. So I thought, you know what, we got to get our hands on this bad boy. And Rob was like, no, we don't. There's no reason why you need to buy a bottle.
Do you know
of
why
that.
I said no, we don't?
Why?
Because it's your idea, and your ideas are inherently not right.
I still don't think that's inherently true.
I don't know
Throw
why
that
you put the
giant
lid back on.
Word back at you. Did you already try it? Did you already taste it?
I did.
You did? Okay, shut up. Don't say anything yet.
All right.
I don't want to hear anything. So it's made by Coors Light, and here's
It's
what
probably made by Adolf
Coors.
Coors.
Adolf Coors. Is it Adolf Coors? Oh, that's right. He did.
It's not even owned by Adolf Coors anymore, aren't they?
No. Oh, who knows? I can't keep track of any of that
They keep
stuff
getting
anymore.
bought by people.
Right, about who owns what and what goes where. But the mix of this is what is so interesting. It's a single malt and 3 other bourbons that make this blended whiskey.
Why would they call it 5 Trails then?
Rocky Mountain Water.
Oh,
Oops,
yeah.
5. There. I only had
God,
4
you
fingers up.
even teed that up for me earlier.
I
just
did.
swallowed it.
Oh, man. There you
God,
go.
that fish is going to die on the bank.
Yes, that's where the 5 Trail comes from. It's a 4-year single malt, a 4-year 4-grain from Kentucky, a 4-year wheated bourbon from Indiana, which is unique, and then a 13-year bourbon from Kentucky that's mixed in there with the Rocky Mountain Water.
Who do we know that's churning out 13-year-old Kentucky bourbon?
Boy, that's a great question.
Who's giving them the stuff?
Right.
And how much of that one is in here.
Well, and for those of you that don't know, the reason why it is considered a 4-year bourbon is because the age statement is always the youngest bourbon that's in the bottle.
Yes.
So that's why it's considered a 4-year, even though it does have 13-year-old bourbon in it.
They don't average that.
No.
If they did, I bet the 4-year is about here and the 13-year is about here, so it'd be actually like a 4 1/4.
So what would do math? What would that average be then?
Well, if the 13-year is only this much.
Oh, I see what you mean. All right. Okay, I haven't tried it yet.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
Wow.
Pause for effect or what?
A little bit.
I'll admit that this is the best of your bad choices in a long
didn't
time.
think this was going to be. I didn't think this was going to be anything special. I mean, not saying that it really is, but
I don't know that it's special, church lady, but
it's smooth and buttery and oh my goodness.
It's a lot better than I was giving you credit for when you said you were going to make me drink this.
I didn't want to like anything that was made by Coors. Coors? How do you say it?
We were talking about that earlier, right? Is it, he keeps saying what? Coors?
Coors.
And it's always, to me, been Coors.
Coors? Boy, and what sucks, I know we keep bringing this stuff onto the show and talking about it. You can't get it anywhere around here right now at the moment.
Well, it took years and years to get Coors up here. I mean, we had to
had
to go to Wyoming to get it.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you remember?
Of course, we were underage. We had to find a 19-year-old at the time to go to Wyoming.
Yeah, that was one of my very first memories of Coors is driving down to this tiny little podunk town of like 4 people. It had a bar. It does have a school
in North Dakota.
No.
Oh.
Across the state lines.
To
Ludlow, South Dakota. Yes.
Oh, I've been to Ludlow.
Just north of Buffalo a bit.
Yep.
So it's a little restaurant. They have a sheep festival or something every year.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and the school there for ranch
Northwest
kids.
South Dakota with a sheep festival.
And I remember coming down.
My wife's going to kill me by the time I get done here.
On the weekend.
You made fun of trivia, and now you're making fun of sheep. Growing up in Newell, she's going to punch me.
Yeah, you are. I'm apologizing for him.
2 days in a row, I'm going to get stabbed with a fork.
But yeah, we would come down to specifically drink Coors because it was such a big deal. Because it took so long to get up to South Dakota. Wasn't in North Dakota at the time.
Oh, we were ahead of you?
I think. You had to have been.
Ahead of the curve.
Point. Yeah.
South Dakota. That's what they always say.
But it's not. I don't like beer. Do you ever drink Coors at all? I mean, would you ever?
I'm not a Coors fan, no. I mean, no. It's a Busch Light.
The only beer in the cooler. What are you going to do then?
Drink it quickly.
Perfect.
So because you're going to need to, because it takes a lot of them.
I'm going to tell you, Coors, you've done a much better job with your bourbon.
I agree.
Boy.
This is nice.
It is nice, and I think it's.
And since you paid for it, I'm gonna have another one.
No. The company paid for it. Yep.
How do you get them to do that?
What I found out now is that I found out everybody in the company who has a company card.
So
what I do, I had a friend that works with us who was down in Colorado, and I said, hey, texted him. I said, as long as you're down there, Andy, I said, could you look and see if they have this? And I said, I'll pay you back. And he texts back, oh, I've got a company card. Don't worry about it. So that's how I did this. But to be fair, he was like, well, I don't know. Should I put it on the card? I said, yes.
Yeah, we said
yes.
Ahead. I remember this
we'll
now.
do that.
God, how long ago has that been?
What's that?
That was a long time ago.
It was a while ago since we got to this one.
Oh my God! What is it? SCOTCH.
I would highly recommend this if you find a bottle of it. If you go down to Colorado, they would probably have it in Cheyenne, I believe, too. If you're in Wyoming, closer to the border there, I think it would come up over. Grab some. I think it was $60.
It's a little, I don't know.
But it's a craft distilled.
It's unique enough that if you
You're not going to hate it. You're not going to be.
You're not. No. Put it on your shelf, and it's a talking point for sure. And I'm underselling it. It's good. We talk about it all the time. I really didn't want to like this. A lot because of you, and a lot because of Coors.
Surprised a lot on some of this stuff. Now, Cowboys drink Coors Light, right? The Cowboys drink Coors?
They're not drinking this.
Maybe I found Cowboys for the Black Hill Stock Show coming up. Maybe I found something that you can drink other than Crown or Pendleton. That's an American-made whiskey.
Not if you're trying to drink it here, apparently.
Well, that's a good point. If anybody's coming up from the stock show from Colorado, and you want to, give us a quick shout, and maybe we could have you pick up some more of this, that'd be great. It is pretty good. Give it a try if you find it. 5 Trail, made by Coors.
The Coors Whiskey Company.
The Coors Whiskey Company. Now, remember Mountain West Whiskey Festival, March 5th. I didn't quite understand your text. When you texted me and said there's only X amount of VIP tickets back, and I sent back a comment, and then you sent back, I didn't understand what you were talking. Most of the time, I don't understand what your text messages mean. Are you drinking most of the time when I'm texting? Okay, well then that would make perfect sense.
Short answer, yep.
Perfect. Okay.
I have to be with you very long, even via text message. The last I knew, there was only 30 tickets.
30 VIP left?
30 VIP tickets left.
Okay.
And that was when? 10 days ago?
Yeah, at least. So there could be down at least half that by now.
If you're seeing this today,
yep,
and you haven't, you might want to. And that's GA tickets still available, but we're about out of the good stuff. So
MountainWestWhiskeyFestival.com is where you can get the tickets.
March 5th, Rushmore Hotel.
Yep, going to be a blast.
Rapid
we
City.
hope to see you there. Looking forward to meeting some of those guys from Dakota Whiskey Territory too that I found out are going to be coming out. So
yeah. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, please do. I believe even the night before we might have a little soiree.
I'll be the guy in the corner.
The one not talking? Is that going to be you?
Drooling.
Great. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Grab yourself some 5 Trail if you ever come across it.